This is the Great Legend, and I am coming at you live with Comic Book Friday for September 20th, 2013. Fans, it is so good to be here tonight with you on Comic Book Friday for September 20th, 2013. It's always good to be here. It's always good to show you some comic books. You know, we're all glad that that's around, and we got a good time going on. It's always good in the neighborhood, if you know what I'm saying. Got the phone ringing. People are all here. The whole gang's here. So gotta love that. We're gonna refresh the page a little bit. Refresh the page. Oh yeah. That's right. Okay. So it's every good to be here, everyone. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Comic Book Friday 2013. Got some great books to show you tonight. Let me do this real quick. How's that look? Does that look pretty good? Yeah, it looks okay. Yeah. Hey, it's live. All right. First, let me give you a little story about what's been going on. I have not got this week's books just yet, but that's okay. You know, I did get some in today. I didn't get the whole batch. The whole batch will be coming tomorrow. So it is going to be great because tomorrow night we're going to have Comic Book Saturday here live. Maybe a little later in the night. So I'm going to show you all the books that I've gotten that I'll get tomorrow for tomorrow night's show, because I'm doing a Friday and Saturday show this weekend. First, I want to talk about some of the things that I read last week. A lot of awesome books. First book I want to show you is this one right here, Captain America, issue number 11, Marvel Now. Rick Remender writing it. Carlos Pacheco on the artwork this time around, and it's very good. Still a great book. JR did a great job. John Romita Jr. did a great job through issues 1 through 10, and he kind of set that feel of the post-apocalyptic feel to it. The art was great on all the mutated creatures that Arnim Zola created. Really loved that storyline. That would be a great storyline, you know, if they put it all in a trade. But we're on to issue 11. Steve is back in current day. He was gone for 12 years, but in this time limit, he was gone for about 12 minutes. What they did find out when they were doing all of his stuff, they had to surgically repair his chest, sew it all up, make sure there was no Arnim Zola mites up in there, you know, trying to take control of him later down the line. So they got him all cleaned up. This book is just excellent. What else did they do? Okay, they got him cleaned up, and they were amazed at how, even though he was gone for a long time, and the carbon dating stated the fact that he was gone a long time, that he hardly aged at all while he was gone. So they found out a little bit more about the super soldier serum and the man out of time here for the second time. They found out that with the super soldier serum, he doesn't age as fast as people that don't have the serum. So I thought that was really cool. Also, I enjoyed Nick Fury, you know, talking to Jet Black and trying to get information from her, being kind of a bad cop on her and everything. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm eager to see what goes on in this book, Captain America. Still enjoying it. Still going to be picking it up. It's great stuff. Next up, let me show you what we have. Got some more goodness for you. This book also came out this was a last week's book right here from Boom Entertainment, Sons of Anarchy #1. Should be getting my variant cover of this in the mail tomorrow. This book takes place pretty much after last season. One scene in there, I don't want to give too much away if you're not reading Sons of Anarchy, but one scene was Tig, this guy here, was at his daughter's grave, and we know that she died last season due to a really warm death scene. So I thought this was a really good book. Excellent story. The only thing that hacks me off about it is it's 1 of 6. Kind of like they have for Six Gun Gorilla. It's 1 of 6 as well. So I'm kind of disappointed in that, but you know, no biggie. I mean, I love this book, and hopefully if a lot of people buy it, you can also purchase this from my link below, mycomicshop.com, in the video description. If a lot of people buy it, then maybe they'll do an ongoing or another series of this. So Sons of Anarchy by Boom Entertainment. Great story. Has all of our favorites, barroom brawls, all that fun stuff. Okay. What else did I read? I read some good stuff here. This may be a short video because I don't have a lot of this week's pulls yet. From my Villains Months, I haven't read all the Villains Months books. There's still about 5 from the last week's that I have not read, but I read Mr. Freeze. Very good story here. I'm highly recommend this one. The only one that I could say that has been bad for me has been Action Comics. I guess it was 23.1, or was it? I think it was Superman 23.1, the one about Bizarro, because it was really about. It was a prequel to Bizarro. You know, it was kind of like the first time he used that formula on a human being, Lex anyway. So it was more about Lex and the first time he tested out trying to make someone into a Bizarro. So it wasn't really about the official Bizarro we know and love. But anyway, forget Bizarro. This was an excellent story. This is Mr. Freeze. Sorry for the minor glare. It's Mylar, so sorry for that. Mr. Freeze #1. Very good story. A lot different from the Victor Freeze we know of the old school DC universe. This one's more about how his biological father left him and his mom at a young age, and he went to go marry someone else and started a family with them. His biological mother died, his father died, and then he went to go meet his other family, and he had a nice reunion with his other family. Action Comics is very good because for the last 3 or 4 stories, we've had stories about Jor-El and how he met Laura-El, his wife or whatnot. And we had a cool little Zod appearance in the last story of that. So the general Zod thing and the storyline behind it, it's really intriguing me because I just like that character. And I like when Action Comics or the Superman title go back and show stuff that happened on Krypton. I just think it's really cool. And that was one of the things I liked about the Man of Steel movie was that time that we got to see Krypton like that. That was like the first big time stuff where I think they made Krypton look good, you know, so I really liked that. This book here, Black Manta, my boy Q's Crusader was really pumped. Craig was pumped about this. All the guys I know and gals that have read this have thought it was really good. Goes very well with the whole Aquaman comic. If you've been reading Aquaman all the way from 0 to 23, you'll love this story. This also is an excellent tie-in to Forever Evil issue 1. You get to find out what side Black Manta is going to play in the Forever Evil storyline. So I'm very eager to see this now since he knows Aquaman is dead. That was his first true goal set, was to kill Aquaman. But now since Aquaman's dead, in this story you find out he has a new goal, and he is not one to be pissed off because he's very angry right now. So that's an excellent read. And last but not least, I read this, Mongul. Very good storyline. Classic Superman villain here. He is a guy that kind of reminds me of a Galactus type character, but in a sense a little bit different. He doesn't devour the Earths, but he conquers Earths and stuff like that. But he does, I guess he does suck away some of the energies to keep his own little world war planet going. Very good story here. It talks about a admiral guy who tries to go up against Mongul, and he finds out that that's a very bad idea. And you also get to see some little prequel stuff in here, how he talks about how he developed that plant that will go into people and show those people their paradises or their heavens or whatnot, which actually saw that in the Volume 4 Green Lantern by Jeff Johns' initial run of Green Lantern, and I think issue 6 or 7, when Green Arrow and Green Lantern got the same little juice that Mongul puts out. So very cool to read more about Mongul. Thought that was really good. Okay, I'm going to check the comments. The comments may be slightly delayed, and then I'll go into some back issues that I picked up and the new books I picked up for the week, and I'll try to check the comments. And then I've got a big time key issue, a toy to show you. Oh my God, I've got a toy. And I found a football card that I thought was lost for the longest time. I hope this stream is going very good. We have 8 viewers right now. I have my preview window here muted and paused so I don't get any of that background feedback that I would because I'm not wearing a headset. So everything's muted, so we'll see how this goes. First off, I just want to give some love out to some of the folks that are commenting tonight. Cody Cody Latosh Presents is here. He's a great new YouTuber. You definitely need to subscribe to him and check him out. He brings a newness to the comic book community that we've all had in our history, in our past. The first time we really got into comic book collecting, and and in the community, and what we bring to the table, what we can learn, and what we can also show the older guys, some of the stuff that we may have forgotten when we became new guys. I know I'm kind of confusing, but just easy enough. Subscribe to him. Carlos Infante, really great guy. He's got a brand new video I have not watched yet, but it's supposed to be a series that he's talking on, The Mysterious Strangers by Oni Press. And I know I'm all caught up on The Mysterious Strangers so far, I believe. Well, actually, I take that back. I may have to read issue 3, but I'm really enjoying The Mysterious Strangers on a whole. I've been sitting on them for a while, and Q's Crusader Chris has really been wanting to talk to me about The Mysterious Strangers and what I think about it. And I just love the comic. It's one that I think everyone would love. It's lighthearted, but it's also got action and adventure, almost like an old 70s TV show. It kind of starts out where you see a cast of the characters, and it has like a guy that runs things, and it says, and, it shows his name on there. Also, it'll say, previously on Mysterious Strangers, and you get a little backdrop from the prior issue of what's going on. So it's really great. Seems like each story so far is going into 2 issues, so been very good storyline, and a great comic book. I highly do recommend Mysterious Strangers. We have Sleepy Reader 666. It's really great seeing Damien out, because Damien, he's got a family, he's got a wife and kid, and a lot of times he is Mr. Mom at home, so he can't really watch a lot of this stuff because he's got to take care of his youngster. So I'm glad to see you here, Damon. I missed you, brother. I miss chatting with you on Gmail. I need to get back on Gmail sometimes. And Q's Crusader's here, and Carlos Infante's here. I'm sure more is here, but like I said, my comments are delayed by about a minute on the program I'm using tonight. I'm broadcasting live from Great Legend HQ with Wirecast for YouTube. Just testing it out on a light 360p stream. So let me know in the comments how the show's going. If you see the little ring going around buffering, let me know if you've seen any of those problems. Because the stuff I'm saying right now, you'll be seeing it a minute from now. So I'm kind of like a minute in front of you. So Back to the Future style. So yeah, happy to be here, and I'm glad all of you are here watching the show tonight on Comic Book Friday. Big time reminder, 8:30 tonight, 8:30 Central Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. We have Comic Book Roundtable starring Costin Bromstar and the co-host Oddfellows Thoughts. Tune into those guys every Friday night. You're going to see a great show where you're going to see a multitude of cast members on Roundtable, because it's always been an ever-revolving roundtable of a new cast of characters each week, and you're going to have a great cast tonight on Roundtable. So be sure to check that out here in about, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes, or give or take. Great show. Let me go over some of the back issues that I have this week and show you what these bad boys look like. Very cool. Recently, I have all of Volume 4 and all the, so far, the whole New 52 run of Green Lantern. I'm not doing New Guardians or, is it New Guardians, Red Lanterns, and, God, I know there's another one out there. There's 3 total Green Lantern books. There's a Red Lantern book. But I'm only getting the normal Green Lantern book. But I went ahead and I bought Blackest Night 1 through 8, the miniseries back in 2009 miniseries, the big event. I got Blackest Night 1 through 8, and I picked up Free Comic Book Day Blackest Night, which is issue 0, kind of a prequel to the Blackest Night thing. So I picked that up, but I went ahead and picked these 2 tie-ins up. Check these out. One is the Blackest Night Phantom Stranger tie-in. The number on it is issue 41. Because the Silver/Bronze Age Phantom Stranger series ended on issue 41, so this is issue 42. So I picked that up. I'm a huge Phantom Stranger fan. Another book that I got this week was from my buddy Ben, the Mr. Fix-It Smash. Check out my previous video that I just uploaded this morning Um, it is special package from the Mr. Fix-It Smash 003, and you'll see this awesome Batman Phantom Stranger one-shot in prestige format / square-bound. Excellent artwork, excellent story, love it, love it, love it. It's one of my favorite hardbacks I have in my collection. And then following in '95, he released the normal Power Shazam run in monthly format that went, I guess, 47 issues, because I'm holding 48 right here. But what's cool, the covers are still painted covers, but the artwork inside is, just normal penciled art. But it's a great series, and I haven't started reading all of those yet. I've just read my hardback of it, though. But what most of us would call, since it's the first monthly run, you would call it Volume 1 of Power Shazam. I actually call it Volume 2 because it comes after the Power Shazam hardcover, which was about a 64-page hardcover published in 1994. But this is no Jerry Ordway to be found, which is kind of sad. I would have loved to see Jerry Ordway continue, or at least paint this cover. But this is the story of the Blackest Night, the Power Shazam tie-in of Osiris Rises. So it should be very cool, a very cool story for all you Black Adam and Black Adam family fans. Osiris Rises. Very cool. I like that cover. Very cool. You get all that zombie looking stuff when you're thinking Blackest Night. Those were two old back issue tie-ins from '09. Let's check the comments one more time. So we have Nathan Banks has joined us. Nathan, thank you so much for joining. Benji Chapman is here. It's always good to see Benji Chapman. He says, "Hey, R Daddy, give us a shout out." So Benji, I'm glad you're here tonight. It's so great having you here. Cody Latosh says, "Anyone ready for the Harlequin series in November?" And it is actually going to be done by one of my main guys, Jimmy Palmiotti. And I think Justin Gray might be on the book as well. Amanda Connor on some of the cover work, but should be very good. I'm not the biggest Harley Quinn fan. We have a ton of Harley Quinn fans out there in the comic book community. Cody, if you want to know more about Harley Quinn, we have DaCosta DC Comics. If you're not subscribed to him, you have got to, take some smelling salts or something, man. You got to get pumped, because DaCosta brings it every damn video he does. Very entertaining, and he has a whole lot of knowledge about comic books, all the way from, I would say, 80s to today, man. Oh, and even old school stuff, 70s too. Also, another guy that's really big into Harley is the Mr. Fix-It Smash. You've seen him comment in the video tonight, so click on his name. And Cody, come back to this video, because hopefully Johnny will post a comment, and then you can click on his link if you're not subscribed to him, and it'll take you straight to his page. I'd say those are the two guys that I know the best, that know a lot about Harlequin. Our Marvel Civil War series any good? Very good series, I would say. That was one of the best Marvel series ever done, ever made. I mean, they made a video game out of that series, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, for I think it was PS3 and Xbox 360. So definitely, that's a hopping. I mean, that was a great run, great series. And we have Vince Thuggy1 is here. It's so good to see you, Vince, watching. And like I said, here, and I guess in about 35 minutes, we'll be having a comic book roundtable. So yeah, you definitely want to tune into youtube.com/Kosten Bromstar. That's KOESTEN BRAUMSTAR, Kosten Bromstar. So youtube.com/Kosten Bromstar. Next up, I really like Western books. When I first started getting back into comic book collecting over about 2 summers ago, I went into my LCS. Just wanted to get a good Western. I walked past these books here. I don't know if I walked past Series 2. I think I really walked past the mini-series called Snake of the Iron, Lone Ranger, but I skipped out on them. I also walked past Six Gun, and then I found Oddfellow's Thoughts that I really need to get back into Six Gun, so I got those. But my big kicker was All-Star Western starring Jonah Hex. But I have gone back and I've started collecting these Lone Rangers. I actually own all of the Volume 1 from Dynamite, all of Volume 2 from Dynamite, and the Volume 2 is still an ongoing, but the 3 miniseries. It was Stake of the Iron, Lone Ranger and Tonto, and Lone Ranger the Death of Zorro. I haven't read any of them. I've kind of read a little bit, but nothing really to say like I've read them in a row. Love the artwork. Love the violence in there. It's what a Western should be. It's a little different from Six Gun because Six Gun has a lot of supernatural, paranormal stuff going on in it. All-Star Western is pretty awesome, but currently Jonah Hex is in the future when I kind of wish he would go back to the past because I think that's cool and all for him to be in the present, but I want that to kind of get wrapped up at least in 6 issues, and I think they'd have 2 more to go to wrap that up and get him back in the past because that'll make a really nice, you know, gunfighter out of time trade by Palmiotti and Gray and Moritat. But this is the Lone Ranger. This is the free comic book day edition, and on the back you can get a Battlestar Galactica story. But they call this issue 0 of the Volume 1 Dynamite Entertainment Lone Ranger series. Cassaday does all the covers, which are really cool. Matthews and Carolello's on pencils, I guess. Matthews writes the book. I don't know the first names. I wasn't really prepared to show these, but since I don't have my this week's books, all of them, I wanted to kind of show you some of the back issue stuff I get. And normally I don't do unboxing videos just because I usually will only do unboxings for people like Ben or you know, the Mr. Fix It Smasher, or people I know on YouTube that send me stuff. If it's an eBay package or something from the comic store, I won't unbox those in front of the camera. This is another cover. I actually had this issue 17B, which was a black and white cover. This is 17A, which is the blue cover to it. Really cool looking. Look at that. Hi-Ho Silver right there. Great art there by Cassidy. Volume 2's art's really cool. If you're ever, it's Francisco Francavilla art, which is really good. Always good. I love his art on those Dark Shadows ongoing, which they're canceling at issue 23, I think, which kind of sucks. But almost like a film score, but you're seeing like characters fighting on screen, although it's panel by panel. And I remember he did already has done a couple of Hulkverse thing, but definitely check out, I'm going to check it out. Check out his Hulkverse thing comic book cover gallery. You'll be glad you did. And you get to see all of those covers, the iconic covers, and I get to kind of see a checklist, you know, to make sure I have a lot of those. I hope I have most of them. I doubt I do, but I want to make sure I do have most of them, because Hulk versus the Thing is probably, in Marvel, probably my best fighting matchup. You know, it's Rocky and Apollo, you know, Megatron and Optimus Prime. Yeah, freaking awesome. Thank you, Vince, for doing that, not just for me, but for everyone in the community, because that's all. Those videos are always awesome. Benji says he's a big fan of Aquaman. One of the first videos I watched of yours was your Aquaman New 52 reviews of 1 through 13. Are you going to be reviewing 14 through 23? And Benji, I think you've asked me this before. What I plan on doing, because I do want to get back to my reviews on Aquaman, I'll have... I need to go back and see. I think, yeah, Throne of Atlantis, and I think the others had another storyline in there. But yeah, definitely. And then of course the Death of the King, or the Throne of Atlantis. I can't remember. It's the new storyline going on currently. So definitely, I will, Benji. I'll be doing that. My next big solo review video, New 52 review video, will be Throne of Atlantis, and I'm way behind. I mean, Roger 69501, he's got a pretty awesome Throne of Atlantis video you need to check out, and so you can kind of get Roger's take on the Throne of Atlantis. Very good reviewer. I mean, not only does he review in English, he also reviews in Espanol as well. So we're about 28 minutes away. So let's move on to some of the things that I have read that I got today, actually. Actually, I kind of cheated. I've had this for a little while. This is Batman Black and White. This is #1. Batman Black and White Volume 1 they've done. And what these basically are... This is Volume 2, Issue 1. This has 5 stories in it. And what I equate this to is this book. Adventures of Superman. This is Adventures of Superman #4. And Adventures of Superman has a lot of one-shot stories in it. Usually 3 to 4. Sometimes 1, sometimes 2, 3. I equate this, the Adventures of Superman, to this right here. Or Black and White to Adventures of Superman. This is Batman Black and White. Look at that cover. That's a Silvestri cover, I'm pretty sure. I think that's what Ben said. It looks like his artwork. I can't see his name because... Yeah, it is Silvestri. It's almost like Where's Waldo. I'm trying to find his name. But Silvestri, old school guy right there. I think he did Cyber Force. Yeah, because Jim Lee did Wildcats. I think he did Cyber Force on Image Comics back in the early 90s during the big run. I think that was Mark Silvestri's work. Yeah. He's a great artist, though. Silvestri. He's been around a long time. Batman Black and White. You got a lot of great stories in here. One was about Zombie Batman by Neil Adams. Very interesting story. Kind of a dream sequence where it's all about... He has a dream about Batman, but Batman can't help. Only Bruce Wayne can. So when he wakes up, Bruce Wayne is actually going to help people get out of jail that have had petty crimes, that are wrongfully getting more time in Arkham and in Blackgate. So he's kind of helping them. First story was excellent. Don't remember the name of the story, but it was kind of reminded me of a Golden Age artwork. Robin looked great. Superman looked... one panel, Superman looked like... oh man, I can't remember. It's either Max or Sid Fleischer Studios. I think it's Max Fleischer. Yeah, Max Fleischer Studios, I think. It looked like right off that old school cartoon, the old Superman cartoons of the old days. Really great artwork. Robin had great artwork, and it was a story of they were trying to help Batman after who was it? Joker teleported them somewhere, I think. Yeah, he teleported them to Korea. And so they had to save Batman. Thought that was really cool. And there's a Harley and Poison Ivy story in here. All just 5 great stories. I swear to you. Go pick this book up. It's $4.99, but you get 5 stories. 5 excellent stories. You get all black and white art. There's just something about seeing an artist's pencils. Oh, man, it looks so great. You need to pick this up. It'll probably only be about 6 issues. At least get them digital or get them in a trade when the trade comes out. I thought this was excellent. And it hates for me to say it because I love all my Superman books, but this was better than The Adventures of Superman, and I thoroughly enjoy Adventures of Superman. So definitely check that out. Do not miss Batman Black and White. Go below mycomicshop.com. Order it from that link below. Tell them the Great Legend sent you. They'll give you a little discount on Batman Black and White. You have to put it in the special instructions. Say, The Great Legend, youtube.com/r.e95 told me you'd give me a discount, and then we'll see what they say. If they give you some trash or they do some stupid stuff, then they're going to lose a little business from me. Next up, Infinity #3. Look at that Black Bolt cover where he's looking up. He's got the little bolt on his head going off. He's screaming. He's angry. They're really trying to piss him off. Issue 1, the Outlander already tried to get into his mind. And, we all saw how that turned out. Outlander barely got away with his life. So, this is part 3 of 6. Unfortunately, this wasn't on the pull. Issue 2 wasn't on the pull. So, it was last week I ordered issue 2 to be piggybacked on my subscription order. Actually, I'll have 4 orders piggybacked on my subscription order. So that's why it's taken so long to get this week's books, is because I'll be getting them tomorrow, and I'll have a lot of books to show off on Comic Book Saturday night, or Comic Book Saturday. So issue 2 should come tomorrow. I don't even know if I'll get these read tomorrow, but I'll give you my lowdown of these, aka my Wellington. I'll give these to you next Friday night. So very good. Love the cover. Black Bolt. Didn't get to read that, but it's Jonathan Hickman, and he really knocked it out of the park on issue 1. Very good. Next 2 books I want to show you. These weren't on the pool either, but I ordered all 4 of these items Tuesday early morning, and I got these for today. These weren't on the pool, but these are 3D covers I needed. I actually have Teen Titans 23.1 coming in tomorrow's haul, with Trigon, because I didn't get that 3D cover. But check this out. I got 23.2 that I ordered Tuesday morning. I actually got it first because I had them ship it separately. I didn't want to wait a full another week to get this book. This is Teen Titans Deathstroke 23.2, Deathstroke issue 1. Loved this issue because I don't have a lot of Deathstroke knowledge at all. And I know also a story that I've only read about Cheetah pretty much in the Justice League book before. I want to say it was before or after Throne of Atlantis. I want to say it was before. It was maybe 2 issues before Throne of Atlantis. 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I think it was issue 13 and 14. Loved her in that. She got captured at Bellarive by Argus. She breaks out of Argus, and through this Forever Evil storyline, you get to find out what she does, where she goes, and you just get to find out about one of Wonder Woman's arch rivals there, Cheetah. Very cool. I really enjoyed that book. Like I said, the only one I haven't really got into, and it was a good read, but it's kind of a letdown, was Bizarro #1. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I've got a big... I'll end it on this key issue that I have, but I'm going to look at the comments. I'm going to show you a couple items real quick that you may not get to see. Chris says Infinity has been mac and cheese tasty. And who doesn't love mac and cheese? Man, that's some good stuff. Vince loved, Thuggy1, he loved the Black Man Black and White cover. He's got to pick that up. Pick it up, Vince. You'll be glad you did. Go to your local LCS. Go to your comic shop. See if they have it, dude. Try to get your hands on that book. If they don't, like I said, order from my shop. You'll get it really good. It's all good. Cody Latosh, he says, are you going to go see the new Batman vs. Superman movie, even though that JB might be the new Robin? JB might... Oh, Justin Bieber. Definitely. I will go see that because it's a superhero movie. We like superhero movies in my house. It ought to be pretty good. Hopefully they make it fun. I mean, well, I guess they can't make it fun because it's all realism and all, but I would like to see, if Justin Bieber is the new Robin, I would like to see him do, you know, some acrobatic stuff. I want to see him fight like Hit Girl fights on Kick-Ass. I think that would be really cool. But with Justin Bieber currently, what these movie folks need to understand, he's a big-time name. He will be bringing in a lot of people to see that movie, but you got to remember, he's still immature for his age. And when I say immature, you know, he's smoking dope on the tour bus, getting into trouble, getting into some things, staying out late, you know, being a hooligan, because that's what he sees, and he thinks that he can just go ahead and do that, which I guess he can, because, you know, he's got all the money. Benji also wants to say he's happy to be a part of this new comic book community, so definitely go check out Benji Chapman. It's great to have you, Benji, in the comic book community, because we're always looking for some new blood to hang out with. I want to show you something. I was looking for an HDMI cord, and I think I know what I did with that cord. I think I hooked that up in the bedroom TV, because I was going to test some things on my home theater system. But while I was digging around in the closet, on one of the shelves up there, I found a football card that loses me. I lose this card from time to time. I'm not going to lose it this time. But this card escapes me a lot of times. Every time I've moved somewhere, this card escapes me. And it was one of my, well, it's my favorite NFL quarterback, my favorite NFL player of all time. I grew up loving this guy. I still love him today. Here he is. John Elway's rookie. Finally found this thing, and I've been looking for this card for the longest time. Well, I haven't really been looking for it, but here it is. It's the John Elway rookie card. I've had this for ages. I mean, one corner's a little rounded, and there may be a little slight bend there, but I mean, I'm never selling it because that's my boy John Elway right there. So very cool card. I may get a new holder for it. Something that won't move as much, you know. And this holder's just scratched up and old, but may get a new holder for it. So I'm glad I got my John Elway rookie card there. Very awesome. Next thing I want to show you, I've gotten some Legos lately, and some I'm going to sell on eBay. So pay attention to my auction website. Not only that, I'm also selling, speaking of eBay, myworld.ebay.com/r.e95. Go to my eBay page. I'm actually selling, currently, if you have hard drives, which I don't know if you have computer hard drives, I've got some anti-static padded bags for those. And you can also stick computer chips, memory chips, anything computer related that'll fit a hard drive size. Buy those today. I sell them in packs of 10 for I think about $5, maybe $9.99. I can't remember. Another thing I'm selling currently is if you are a CG comic book collector and you have the big CGC books, I'm selling My Lights 2 for my CGC cases. I've got the bags over there. I'm selling 10 of those for $10. So if you're interested in My Lights 2 Mylar bags for your CGC cases, all you do is slip the whole case in a bag, fold the flap over, usually 2 pieces of tape on the back, get it, and your case won't get the scratches on it and all that because it'll be protected in Mylar. So definitely check that out. Here's the Lego set I got, and I think our buddy Blade on Instagram already has this. I mean, I've had it for a pretty good while. I actually have another one that I'm going to be selling closer to Christmas. But this is the Back to the Future Lego set. Usually run you about $35. I'm hoping to sell it for about 60, 55, 60 during Christmas. You know, mark up the price. Great Legend needs a little money too, you know what I'm saying? Comes with a Marty McFly and Emmett Doc Brown on the minifigs. And what's cool about this, you can make the DeLorean, right? And on the back, you have 3 different ways to make it. You can make it the Back to the Future one way, and it has that out of time. See right there? The out of time license plate. You can make the Back to the Future style with the it's just it's not endorsed by Lego. It's just some fan that's selling those pieces, but I think that's really cool. I'm in the process. I finally got all my drawer boxes behind me set up. I have some toys up top, and I've got 2 more drawer boxes to kind of put in there, and you know, a little bit more organizing. You know, do some things with some short boxes. You know, just clean up a little bit more, and then I'm going to take this computer desk and I'm going to shift it down to this corner, and I'm going to put my DVDs, I'm going to put those in the closet, and then I'm going to put a Besta display shelf kind of in front of me to the right, off camera, and I'll do videos in front of it, and I'll showcase some of my statues and action figures and that Lego thing there. Let me check the comments one more time, and then I am going to show you a big key issue. Cody says, Cody's from Colorado area, lives close to Denver, and he says, I got his autograph when I saw him at the Hard Rock in Denver. That's very cool. Oh, wow, I'm so glad to see Travis here. Oddfellows Thoughts is here. King Joe is here. Thank y'all so much. Stephen McKee is here. Thank y'all so much for joining up. I love when y'all guys are in here. I do not like mac and cheese. I say please to pizza. It's confirmed. JB will not be Robin. It was him just messing with people. Thank God. Thank you, Travis. That's music from my ears. Okay. King Joe, they already said Justin Bieber's not in the next round. It was a fake store. Okay, good. Excellent. I don't want Justin Bieber in my video. So great, guys. We have 14 viewers. Good to have y'all here. What we're going to do, I got one more key to show you. Joe's got me. King Joe... I blame Joe for this. I only blame King Joe for this. It's not what King Joe collects, it's what he does not collect. He kind of got me into Treasury Edition comics. Those are usually 13-inch by 10 by 13. 10-inch by 13-inch comic books, oversized comic books. He's got me into those. He sent me a couple Shazam ones that I really love, that he did that for me. And I got one of the first... well, this is the first DC/Marvel crossover event, and it's in this treasury right here called Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man. This is a big treasury. This is about, let me show you the correlation or combination, or whatever you want to call it. That's a normal comic book. Put that down there. And that's a treasury. So the treasury is a whole lot bigger. This is a 7.5 VF minus. Really good looking book here. Superman versus Amazing Spider-Man. I haven't read this yet, but supposedly I think Dr. Octopus is in it, and Lex Luthor, I think. I'm not real sure. I've got to read this thing. If you know in the comments, please let us know. I know, King Joe, you've got this one, so let us know who the 2 villains are in this book. And it says versus, but you know how it is. Carmine Infantino and Stan Lee, they don't want to go to blows. So Stan Lee probably said, please, Superman will kick Spider-Man's ass. let's say verses on the cover, but then let's have them fight bad guys. I think Stan Lee probably pulled a fast one on old Carmine, taking advantage of the old bean. But anyway, great stuff. These are so cool. Joe sent me the DC First edition of the Shazam comic, Wiz Comics #2. It's a full reprint in Treasury size of that book. Very awesome. And he also sent me the blue cover Shazam Treasury as well. So Treasuries are very cool. I've actually got some 11.5 by 14.5 Mylights 2 coming in with fullbacks, I believe. I think I said fullbacks. Maybe I said halfbacks. I don't really remember. But so I'm going to be able to put treasuries in those big old bags. And there'll be a little left space over like you see on those. Little space on the sides, about, that's probably 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, that would probably give me a 1/2 inch. So that'd be 13, 14.5. Yeah, I may have like a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 of an inch on each side, and you know, maybe a little bit on the top. So very cool. So treasuries, Joe's got me into those, and I'm kind of collecting those here and there. There's one I want to get that is Batman versus the Hulk, and I think that's about it because I have most of the ones that I want to collect personally. I'm not trying to collect all the treasuries or anything because some of them don't really, I'm not really into. Fans, I just want to check the comments one last time. Comic Book Jedi is here. Good. 2-page spread, Doc Ock meets Luthor, which is the first time the company's characters met. Oh, wow, he has the 2-page spread. So I don't know if you're talking about original art or not. We got Venom, Homero Lewis, Comic Book Jedi. And Cody's been looking for that Superman versus Spidey comic for years. So yeah, just keep looking. I mean, they're out there. You can get low-grade copies on eBay for pretty cheap. So they're out there. So good times, good stuff. All right, thank y'all. God bless y'all so much for watching tonight's show. We are about 9 minutes away from Comic Book Roundtable, one of the best shows on Friday night, and probably gonna win next year's Comic Uno's 2013. Is it? Yeah, 2000. Are we in 2013? Or am I too? I don't know. The next Comic Book Geeky Awards, they may have to win. I think they'll win that next one because the Great Legends Show, Comic Book Friday, won Best Live Show / Podcast Show last award show. So I'm definitely voting for Comic Book Roundtable this go around. So very happy about that show and the success that show has garnered. Ever since Costa Bromstar and Travis Oddfellow Slots has decided to do that show. Fans, this is the Great Legend. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow night, Comic Book Saturday, where I actually will get the big haul of books and back issues, and I have a lot to show you.